Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and this is live watch along time for what is a really good 3 o'clock set of games on the Premier League today. Not just the Premier League, I will be keeping up to date with Solihull Moors. Hopefully they can get a result again, and I'm sure you'll be keeping up to date with a lot of things you're interested in as well. But Manchester United play tomorrow. This is a stacked set of games today. Man City are playing at 3 o'clock. Liverpool are playing at 3 o'clock. We've just had a stunning result come in from Brentford Wolves. I've got to say, I don't know what people are thinking about. I'm going to talk about that straight off the bat after we've done the team news. But I've just got to applaud it. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant result from Brentford. I mean, I felt that Wolves had a very difficult start to the season. Obviously, they took no points from 9. I think Leicester beat them, United beat them, and Spurs beat them. And then last week they beat Watford. And I was like, you know what? They'll start bouncing back now. And they've been beaten comprehensively 2-0 by Brentford. And I think Wolves are in. That's a bad loss for Wolves. If that's a bad loss for Arsenal against Brentford, that's a bad loss for Wolves at home as well, against 10 men for a large portion of it. But I think you've just got to also say, big shout out to Brentford. It's the sort of result that they deserve massive credit for. So yeah, like I said, big shout out to Brentford. That is a really big result for them, and it's a bad result for Wolves. 4 losses out of 5. That's relegation form, and you've got to say, wow, that's very interesting. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not playing today for Liverpool. Not playing for Wolves, definitely. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I'm looking forward to this stream today. I think it's going to be really, really good because I've got so many games to keep an eye on, so much to keep you updated on. Good news if you're a Ben Foster fan, he's starting for Watford. Bad news if you have the other goalkeeper in goal for you. And I also fancy Premier League, let's not forget. What's my fancy Premier League team? Let's have a look. I've got the Crystal Palace goalkeeper in goal. So yeah, I should have gone for the Brighton goalkeeper because he's home to Leicester, Sanchez, but I've got that wrong. I've got Mo Salah as captain anyway. Hi Mark, where is this game live, says Hazza. It's not on live in the UK, so we're just doing a watch along of every 3 o'clock kickoff, so you'll have to find it where you want to get it. But we'll be covering all the games and giving you the updates. That's what the 3 o'clock watch along is for. Ivan Toney was brilliant, says Jared. Thank you very much. I've got multiple screens on. I've got my UK. I'm not going to give them a shout out. It could be Sky Soccer Saturday. It could be BT. That's there. I'm going to have live score on this screen as well as your live chat as well. So we will be able to keep you up to date with every goal as it goes in. And very, very looking forward to this today. Liverpool Palace is the first game I'm going to talk to you about, of course. But obviously Arsenal against Burnley, Man City, Southampton. These are big games today. And look, could we get a little bit of an upset ahead of Villa-Everton at 5:30? No, not Villa-Everton. Chelsea and United playing tomorrow. Anyway, Liverpool team is rotated again. Alisson in goal. Milner at right back. No Trent. Konate comes in. I think it's his Premier League debut, is it? Van Dijk and Tomiskas. So no Robertson, no Matip and no Trent. Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago as the midfield 3, which is the same as it was on Wednesday night, I believe. Salah, Jota and Mane. So he's rotating. Klopp is rotating. Palace, Gaeta, Ward, Anderson, Guel, Mitchell, Gallagher, Kouyaté, MacArthur, Zaha, Benteke and Ayew. Interestingly enough, that no start for Edouard, which I think is somewhat surprising considering he scored a couple of goals last week. So no Eze for Palace as well. I believe he's probably injured. I expect Liverpool to win this. I've gone for 3-0 Liverpool in this game, by the way. Burnley are Pope, Loughton, Tarkowski, me, Taylor, Goodmonson, Brownhill, Westwood, Dwight McNeil, Barnes, Wood. The best 2 since Solskjaer and Sheringham. Barnes and Wood. That's Burnley. They are at home to Arsenal, who've got Ramsdale in goal. He has dropped Leno. Ramsdale in goal. I think this is a big move by Arteta. Ramsdale in for Leno. Big move for Arteta. Tomasius, White, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang. That Arsenal team, I've got to say it, that Arsenal team is starting to not look bad. Let me just whack this out. But yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are on Arsenal. That's a very... I don't think that Arsenal team's starting to look that bad. It's certainly starting to get to the point where there's no excuses. That is a strong Arsenal team. And I haven't really said that for a very long time. Arsenal and strong doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. But as I said, and as I repeat, their lineup is Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang. It's not that, for the first time in a long time, I look at that Arsenal side and I say, that's not bad. That's not a bad Arsenal side. It looks decent, says Himanshu. I've got to be. I think people expect there to be a joke. There's not a joke. I don't have a joke. The joke is not there. I actually do think that that's quite a decent Arsenal side. So I'd expect Arsenal to win today. My score predictions for the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I've already written them down because me and Craig have a competition. So I've gone with Arsenal to win 2-1. I've gone with Liverpool to win 3-0. I've gone with City to win 4-0. And I've gone for a draw between Norwich and Watford. So that's what I'm going for. Brentford beaten Wolves 2-0, says Narish. Absolutely fantastic result for them today. I don't think Arsenal are going to win the league. I'm not going to go that far. But I don't know why. If anyone knows why Trent's not playing, let us know. Pep's rotated again. Yeah, I'm just about to go to the Man City team news. I'm loving this. Loving all the games we've got to keep an eye on. Edison, Walker, Ruben Diaz and Ake with Cancelo. Gundogan, Fernandinho, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Jesus and Grealish. Grealish is playing a lot of games at the moment. Obviously, De Bruyne's being rotated a little bit, but you'd still expect them to win against Southampton's McCarthy, Livramento, Stevens, Bednarek, Walker-Peters, Romu, Redmond, Ward, Prowse, Alianci, Adams and Armstrong. So, yeah, I've gone 4-0 for City. I think they're going to be way too strong. Trent is ill. Trent is out with illness. Thanks, everyone in the chat for that. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 531,000. Thanks everyone who's tuning in to the watch-alongs on That's Football. Really loving this channel. Been loving it for over a year now. I love the fact that we can just sit and watch football and chill out and have a chat. So thank you very much for that. And if you want to do a super chat, thank you very much for supporting the channel. You can do that through the $sign. So appreciate that. How are you today, Luca? Good. You know what? I was really rejuvenated by those people who said, can you do the chart show on the United stand? I never really wanted to bring it back, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's just the power of the community, really. The chart show is basically a show we do on a Saturday morning. It's a bit like old Top of the Pops idea, really. You rank United players from 1 to 10, and it's like next week I'm down 5, in at number 8, that sort of thing. And it's a good bit of fun, but actually there is not a serious message to it, but it is something that I think football clubs should be looking at. I don't think they should have a chart show, but they should be looking at performances and scrutinising it a little bit more. It feels to me that certainly at United, poor performance is rewarded, not highlighted. So yeah, I was very happy to get that back up and running. So thanks everyone for that. Loved my Driving with Goldbridge with Spencer FC hashtag. If you've not checked that out, check out Driving with Goldbridge. That's episode 4. We've definitely got another 2 to come, which are going to be good, and potentially another 2 after that. So really excited about what's going on with that. I think I'm going to do a cooking with Goldbridge next week. But anyway, look, thanks everyone who's tuning in. Really, really enjoyed it. Mark, you're missing the Arsenal graphic. I'm not going to put the Arsenal graphic on. Because, I thought about that. We could have loads of graphics on the left-hand side. We will just keep you updated. That's what we will do. Palace are playing pretty well. No Trent and Robertson. I can see an upset, to be honest, Mark, says Advath. I'm all for an upset. I mean, I'd love to see Man City drop points. I'd love to see Liverpool drop points. I'd love to see Chelsea drop points tomorrow. At the end of the day, do I think United can win the league? No. But if people start dropping points all around us, that's great. But I do think that it's going to be a win for Liverpool, a win for City, and a win for Chelsea this weekend, which means United have got to go and beat West Ham. But Brentford looks great today, says Himanshu. Yeah, I'm very. You know what? This is what I love about the Premier League. It's like match of the day tonight. You get to watch games that you would probably watch anyway. But that Brentford was. I mean, it's a bad result for Wolves. I don't know whether we've got any Wolves fans. I'm shocked. I predicted that would be a 2-0 win for Wolves. It's a 2-0 win for Brentford. Chart show doesn't work without you singing, Mark, says Ruddy. Well, I thought I'd do a week without the singing and make the audience demand singing for week 2. But Ronaldo top of the charts, yes. Score predictions, Mark. So from the 3 o'clock kickoffs, I'm going 1-1 with Norwich and Watford. I'm going 4-0 to City against Southampton. I'm going 3-0 Liverpool against Palace. I nearly said Poland. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. So if you want to play against me in the 3 o'clock kickoffs, that's my 4 score predictions. Get yours written down and see how we do. So yeah, that's what I've got. Mark, 10 men down. Brentford won against Wolves. Show how good they manage the team. It's a fantastic result, and just to bring a little bit more clarity and focus on this fantastic result for Brentford, puts them into 9th place with 8 points. That's not bad at all. And the lineups, well, look, the lineup is easier to look at Wolves, isn't it? Wolves had Cody, Says, Kilman, Semedo, Neves, Moutinho, Marcal, Trincao, Jimenez, and Traore. I don't really see what's gone wrong there. Suffice to say, Wolves had 11 shots, none on targets, and Brentford had 3 on targets. So, Wolves again look to me like a team, 62% possession. Wolves to me look like a team that, they're in a false position, but they're not now. They're not really in a false position. They are where they deserve to be. Any other good games going on this afternoon, Mark? Said someone in the chat. Well, if I told you that Ross County were playing Hearts of Midlothian, I think I'd get you too excited, but... Women's World Cup qualifier, Germany against Bulgaria, kicking off at 7 minutes past 3. The Scottish Cup is going on. Championship, it's a full set of games. Derby, they've had their points deduction. They're playing Stoke. Managerless Forest play Huddersfield away from home. High-flying Sheffield United have beaten Hull 3-1, by the way. High-flying Fulham are playing Reading at 3 o'clock. Selected other games, we've got Solihull Moors at home to Boreham Wood, up the Moors. They always seem to be at home. We're going to have a lot of away games. So keep an eye on Solihull Moors. That's my team. They are actually going to wear That's Football on their shirt for a game this season as well. I sponsor the women teams, but they are going to play that as well. Another round of the FA Cup qualifying as well. But I don't know whether we've got anything going on abroad. Let's have a look. Spanish La Liga, Rayo Vallecano are beating Getafe 3-0. Atletico Madrid are playing at 3:15 against Bilbao. Bundesliga's all kicked off. Mönchengladbach are 0-0. Bayern Munich are 0-0 at the moment as well. Italian Serie A, Genoa against Fiorentina. Inter Milan are playing at 5 o'clock. But that's about it. Yeah, it's all on. It's quite rare that we get Liverpool and Man City kicking off at 3 o'clock. So looking forward to it. I do think the TV fixtures are a bit crap, to be honest with you, today. I don't think they're brilliant. Villa against Everton, and obviously Brentford Wolves. But you've got to give everyone a go. Which match can you see an upset? Maybe Liverpool or City, says Ram. Thanks for the super chats that are coming in, by the way. I would say that you just got out of the hospital after a test and your streams are a great way to recover. Hope Burnley beat Arsenal now for the banter, says Michael Kennedy. Thanks, Michael. Hope you're resting up well. Thanks, everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you smash a like and share the video. We're going to be live with you right the way through till 5 o'clock. All the games. Keeping an eye out. We'll have updates on the scores instantaneously. Very excited about it. As a goal goes in, we will let you know. Loved driving with Goldbridge with Spencer, Mark. Love your content, says Shram. Thank you very much. Well, I tell you what. Hi, Mark. Did you see Sir Ty, the deluded reaction to Man United versus Young Boys? Says Theo. I'm not really interested in that. To be honest with you. I'm never interested in a United fan about what a rival fan has got to say about my club. I know that sounds very arrogant, but I just focus on what we need to do. That's always the way I am. But let me just say this. Do I think we're going to get any shocks this afternoon? I mean, I think Burnley-Arsenal is a very Arsenal game to drop points in. Burnley are not playing particularly well, though, and I think that Arsenal lineup is a good lineup. Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Saka, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang. That's a good front five, and with Partey behind it. So there's no excuses. I think for the first time, I look at that Arsenal team, and I've always been a bit, defensive of Arteta. Not because I think he's a good coach. I just think you've got a few prats in your fan base who want to get T-shirts printed off and gob off because it's how they get popular. And the reality is they don't want to support their manager. And I think that, I'll call that out because that's what That's Football's about, isn't it? It's about opinion. It's not United stand. I don't just have to talk about United. So I think for the first time I would look at that, and if Arsenal lost it, I would say that's not acceptable, really. That you've got to, with the team that Arteta's picked today, you've got to see a performance, and I expect them to win, unfortunately, for Burnley. I'd love Burnley to win, though. I think Dwight McNeil's a fantastic young player, and I think he needs to get himself to an Everton or something like that, to be fair. But I think it'll be difficult for Burnley. I don't see City at home losing to Southampton. I think that's about how many they will score. And I think Liverpool at the moment, I know people will say, well, they've got no Trent, they've got no Robertson, but I've got Salah as my captain, and I don't expect to not get points, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. I think it's it's inevitable that they will win. So I don't see any upsets. I think Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool will all win. Yeah. Mark, thoughts on Mourinho reaching 1,000 games? Optimistic about Roma this season, says Jose Mourinho. I'm looking forward to getting back into Serie A. I've been a little bit slow, I'll always be honest. I haven't really watched much of Serie A this season, which is appalling considering that BT have got the rights and it's very easy to keep an eye on. But I am going to start watching like the highlights and trying to catch a game or two from this week, because I think it will be a very interesting season there. But I've got to put my hands up and say I haven't really kept an eye on it. Tammy's been great, says Archie Wall. I say I haven't kept an eye on it. Juventus has always been my team, and they're really struggling, to be honest with you. Do you think Spurs can make top four if they try really hard, says Travens? Yes, but they've got to try really hard, Traven. They cannot, if they only try a little bit, they won't make it. No, I don't think Arsenal, I definitely don't think Arsenal get top four. I think there's a race within a race. I think you've got the race for top four with Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool and City. And then you've got the race for the next top four, which is 4th to 8th, where you've got Arsenal, Spurs, Leicester, probably West Ham, Everton. At the moment, those 5 are going for between 5th and 8th. I don't think Spurs will get into the top 4. I think Chelsea will beat them tomorrow. I think there's a big gap between Chelsea and Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal, Man City and Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea, Man City and not Man City and Chelsea, Man City and Spurs, Man City and Leicester, Liverpool and Leicester. I don't want to put Man United in that but there should be that gap. But no, I don't actually ultimately think Nuno's going to be a very good coach for Spurs. I think the football's not going to be very agreeable. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't know anything. I know the Forest manager got relegated, Vincent, but I don't know who the new manager's going to be. Ben Foster does start for Watford, yeah. The cycling goalkeeper starts for Watford. Sam says, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I love the videos. Well, that's football, mate. Everybody's welcome on here, so I'm glad you enjoy it. That is the whole concept. I've gone for Manchester United. I'm stuck with Man United and West Ham tomorrow. I've gone for, I think, I said 1-1 on the United stand preview, but I actually think we'll win 3-1. I've changed my mind. So, yeah. I'm not on Saka Saturday. I never get invited onto Sky. They never invite me on anything. Hatebridge. Mark, can you shout my dog out? He's called Edward and he's a big fan. Nick Quinn. Thanks, Nick. Big shout out to your dog. Stan says he's an Arsenal fan. I've already said, Stan, I expect you to win today. I think you're going to win. We'll keep an eye on everything that's going on. A little bit of a backstretch, but yeah, I'm not doing Everton Arsenal Villa Everton Watchalong. I'm not doing it because I'm actually out, so I can't do that one today. But I normally would do the half 5 kickoff, but I think the 3 PMs are a lot more excitable. So there we go. That's football. More like Pratt's football, says somebody with the wankiest name I've ever seen. If you're going to come out with something that's half funny, have a decent username. So he says, that's football, more like Pratt's football. But then his username is 25611347. Have you just exposed your mum's sort code or something? I mean, bloody hell. Get a better name than that. It's not Susbridge. If you know my channel, you'll know that I have lower back pain, so I do have to stand up and give it a bit of a stretch. It's a specified exercise from a chiropractor. Villa against Everton will be good. I think hopefully it'll be a bit of an open game. I'll probably catch the second half in the pub. But I'll be on the United stand at 8 o'clock anyway. And we are doing Chelsea Spurs tomorrow and Manchester United obviously on the United stand. So I'm excited. It feels like... I woke up this morning and I was like, this felt like the first weekend after the international break. And it's not. It's the second. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it takes a week or so to get back to it. How's my Fantasy Premier League? Not terrible. Not great, the start actually. I don't know who I've got playing right now. So I've got the it's a bit of a double-edged sword really, because I don't expect a good week this week because I've got Smith Rowe. He's starting. I've got Salah starting, he's the captain, but I've also got the Palace goalkeeper, who hopefully might concede a few, but actually hopefully won't concede any and save 4 penalties. But I've got the Palace goalkeeper at 3 o'clock. I've got Salah at 3 o'clock, and I've got Smith Rowe at 3 o'clock. The rest of my players are, I've got Damari Gray, I've got Luke Shaw, I've got Kufel, which I should have took out for Brandon Williams, really. That was a bit of a twatty move. Ronaldo, obviously, and I've got Lukaku. So, yeah. I didn't make any transfers this week, and I probably should have done. But, yeah. Let us know in the chat who you've got. Have you captained Salah? I think most people have captained Salah this week. Not Captain Salad. Captain Salah. Yeah. Vincent says Liverpool look a bit shaky. Well, we're 4 minutes away from the kick off here, and I'm interested to see how it's going to go. We've got... I'm just going to get everything set up now. What are you thinking for tomorrow's game? Confident or nervous, says Daniel Cook. I don't really get nervous, you know. I don't really get nervous. I've got to be honest. I think that nervousness is a badness, and yeah, I don't really get nervous because I think that these are surely the games that you want to, you know, I just want United to, you know, do well. And by doing well, we're going to have to win. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's the bottom line. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm just getting up the fastest score system on my screen now. I've got my UK sports update show there. I'm not going to shout out BT or Sky because it's unfair, so you never know when they might send some business your way, but I have got that one on that screen. I've got the updates there, I've got the live chat here, so we will keep you up to date with absolutely everything that's going on. I just need to figure something out here. I just want to get... No. There we go. That's exactly what I want on the screen. There we go. Okay, we're ready to go. Thanks everyone. I need to put a timer on just so everyone knows that, well, the timer won't be accurate, but I'll start it at 3 o'clock. That's what I'll do with that. So we have got a timer. There we go. Right, got a few super chats coming in. Thanks everyone for those. Why do Arsenal, Liverpool and City all play at 3 o'clock? Same last week when it was Arsenal, United and City. It's really annoying, says Carl. I think, Carl, this just emphasises the issue we have in the UK, whereby we don't have... we've got this media blackout between 2:30 and 5 o'clock where games can't be shown. Off topic, do you think that Graham Potter's style of play would suit United? We have the player, don't have a style of play yet. Brighton does, says Bradley. Good point. There is a style of play at a lot of clubs that is somewhat lacking at United, or at least confused. And Patrick says, hi Mark, you can now collect stickers by buying groceries in the Dutch supermarkets, but instead of getting silly pans for them, they donate money to your local football club. Great idea in my opinion. That's a great idea, Patrick. Yes, it is. So all of the games in the 3 o'clock games are about to start. I will get the timer ready. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. 3 o'clock kickoff watch along on the United stand. Arsenal are at Burnley. Man City entertain Southampton. Liverpool entertaining the mighty Crystal Palace. But I'm not expecting a shock today. Love your Bruno shirt, says IlJ. Yeah, if you like the Bruno shirt or you want to get the Last Stance one, links in the video description for our merchandise page. We do ship worldwide as well, so check it out if you like that. Up the Solihull Moors as well, Connor. Yeah, I've got that on me update scores as well, so looking forward to that. Right, kickoffs, 3 o'clock. There we go. Let's get the timer on the screen. We're up and running. I need to put the... get this up as well. Liverpool doesn't have a red card next to its name. It's red for Liverpool, and then if you look in the bottom corner, it's Crystal Palace yellow. That's how it works. Right. These are crap earphones, Night King. I do need to get better ones, thank you. So, let me just get the... That's what I want. Okay. I will keep you up to date with the Arsenal game. As the second the goal goes in, we will give you updates. Thoughts on Pep begging fans to come and watch their games? You know what, mate? He's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't, really. Ultimately, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to as well. I'm Konate playing for Liverpool today, so I'm hoping that... Well, not hoping that he does well, but he's a player that I like. But yeah, in relation to Pep, it embarrasses the fan base. Of course it does. But it justifies what we say. They haven't got enough fans. Man City fans hate it. They argue that there aren't plastic seats. But look, you know, what are you arguing about? Like, people have got eyes. We're watching games on the telly in the Champions League, in the Premier League, at the Etihad. Half an hour in, there's no late traffic. They just haven't turned up because you haven't got them. Man City can fill a 40,000 capacity stadium. They can't fill that stadium, and that's always been well known. They just can't fill it. And I don't know why they don't own up to that, because Pep, actually, I applaud Pep for doing it, because if Man City had got Ronaldo, and I tell you what, very, very close to a goal at Liverpool here, Alisson nearly got lobbed and has just turned it for a corner, but Crystal Palace catching out Liverpool. I think it probably would have been offside from the free kick before, but it's going to be a corner to Liverpool. A little bit of a shaky start. That defence is something to keep an eye on. I wonder if Crystal Palace will give him a go. New manager, Patrick Vieira as well. But they've started off very well, Palace, says Munier. They deserve a goal already. But yeah, just what I was saying about Pep Guardiola. I think that in relation to Pep Guardiola, he's being honest. They haven't got enough fans. So he's asking for fans. That's what he does. That's what he is doing. Simple as that. And Man City fans won't like that, but you haven't got enough fans. So I haven't got a problem with Pep doing it. All right, it exposes the problem, but that's what it's all about. You know, I know people like Kev and Adam who live in Manchester, and Liverpool just had a cross into the box there, headed over. I know people like Kev and Adam who live in Manchester, and they're like, they've got kids, and, you know, City are going into the schools and offering them tickets. Not literally, like Pep's not there offering out tickets, like, you know, that would be very dodgy. But there's loads of schemes Man City have got in place to try and get people to come and watch their game. I think they will have fans. Dougie, I think City will have enough fans at some point, but at the moment it's something they're very aware of. 0-0 in all games at the moment, but a good start in the Palace-Liverpool game. Both teams looking to attack, and 3-0 to Bayern. They've gone from 0-0 to 3-0 very, very quickly. Still in the first half as well. 2:30 kickoff in the German games. Please share the video if you're watching. Yes, thank you very much, and make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're closing in on 531,000. Really enjoy doing That's Football. I hope everyone else enjoys watching it as well. We're 250 subs away from 531,000. So thanks everyone who's been tuning in. Money can't buy you everything, says Kieran. No. This is not on BT or Sky Sports. BT and Sky Sports have just got their Soccer Saturday sort of shows, whatever they call it, which I've got on there. I've got my score updater there, and I've got something playing in my ear there. So we are up to date, and I've got my chat here as well. I love it. I'm hoping we can do a few more of these between now and Christmas, because I do quite like the 3 o'clock. See, there's a lot to keep your eye on, but that's exciting. It's like it's football's equivalent of a gangbang. Lots to keep your eye on. Very exciting. So I've heard. Klopp is such... what was that? What do you think about the World Cup being played every 2 years? I'm not interested, Sean. Not interested in that. Love the shirt, Mark, says Cody. It's not a goal for Palace, Raymond. I will be updating you on the most important team that's kicking off at 3 o'clock. Solihull Moors need to win today. Let me just have a quick look here, actually, because I know a lot of people aren't interested, but this is That's Football, and we are sponsoring Solihull Moors and doing work with Solihull Moors this season, which will culminate in a very exciting event in May, which you can all be part of. But Boreham Wood are third in the league at the moment, and Solihull Moors are in 9th. So it would be a big 3 points if Solihull Moors could get it. Oh, I hope they get it. I hope they get it. You should do some rugby watch-alongs. I don't like rugby. 96% capacity at the Etihad today, says Nicola. Well done. Do you watch the Wolves games, Mark? Wolves seem to have a curse and not scoring at home ever since Nuno left, says Luke Mason. I didn't watch it all. I watched the last 20 minutes, which is the most boring bit to watch because there was no goals and the red card had already happened. But I was surprised. I was surprised by that, and I'm sure Wolves fans are really, really pissed off, to be honest. Apparently, Alisson, when he tipped it away from Zaha, he tipped it onto the post. So the ball had come over him, and he's dived back and clawed it away. But as he's clawed it away, he's clawed it onto the post. So Crystal Palace very nearly going 1-0 up. Wolves game was brilliant, says Jeannie. Yeah, big shout out to Brentford. I think too many people would say, oh, you know what, at the end of the day, it's a shock. But there you go. Jim White, Slow Sports News, says Kieran. Thanks for great content. I even stayed tuned to United Stand, although I don't support your team, says Kieran. Well, check out the chart show if nobody's watched that. Wigan are winning 1-0, says Frank. Frank. Pat. Why has it not added that as my favourite? I've done it once. Solihull Moors are 1-0 up. Boreham Wood. It's not fake news. It's real news. Solihull Moors are 1-0 up. It's confirmed. I don't know who the scorer is, but they are 1-0 up against Boreham Wood. Boreham Wood! Even my mouth's quicker than my brain. Boreham Wood. Get in the mud, Boreham Wood. It's 1-0 to Solihull Moors. Get in. Let's go. Lovely stuff. It'll go and get called off now. No, I think it's going to stand. That's good. Very good. Good start there. 1-0. Lovely. Lovely. We have got a goal in the Championship as well. We've got a few goals. Middlesbrough are beating Blackpool. Peter are beating Birmingham. Luton are beating Swansea. But no goals in the Premier League at the moment. But it's definitely 1-0 to Solihull Moors. I'd love to get that on there. Why won't it let that happen? That would be really, really useful if that could happen. I've got a super chat here from... No, I've done that one. Thank you very much. There's no VAR, so it's got to be given. Yeah, that is a good point. Well made. Still 0-0. Hearts have scored. I told you that would be a big game. Why do people like driving a car with a Liverpool fan? Because you can park in the handicap zone, says Luke. Oh, come on. We're better than that. We're better than that. And you can find the games. Okay. Daniel Kirk. I don't need advice, Daniel, on how to find the games. That's all I'm going to say. I don't need that advice. And I'm sure anybody knows how to find the games if they want to. I'm happy with how I do it. Do you think we will win the league, says Mikey? What, Man United? No. I want, you know, if United were going to win the league, I would want it to grow over the season. You know, I'd want it. I don't believe we can win the league at the moment, but you know, if we're in a league race in April, great. Who do you think are the #1 favourites for the title this year? Says Santino. I'm going with City. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I am going to go with City. I'm not going to change my mind. But I will say what I've predicted many times before, that I do think that we will get a situation whereby that there is a relentlessness to the way that Liverpool and Chelsea and City win games. But I think City are the favourites as far as I'm concerned, yeah. United are top at the moment. Yeah, they are. They are. It's very annoying, that is. Well, Crystal Palace and keep up the good work, Mark, from Melbourne, Australia, says Hudson. Crystal Palace are doing very, very well at the moment. It's still 0-0, but they're doing well. Right, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. All I want to do is keep up with you. Come on, Solihull Moors. That'd be a massive win, that would. Oh, yes. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Sorry, I was just trying to sort it out, so I've got my update scores for Solihull Mill. What channel is the game on, mate? Says Philip Burtonwood. I haven't got a chance. Clue, it's not on in the UK. Would you like Birmingham City back in the Prem? Says 88. And how much is the Bruno shirt? I don't know. Check it out on the link in the video description. We've also got the hoodies, and we're working on some nice Christmas jumpers, actually. Christmas jumpers always do well. Can't remember that one last year. What was it? Merry Christmas, you prat, or something like that. 4-0 to Burnley, Bayern. Imagine that if it was 4-0 to Burnley. Arsenal fans, hearts in the mouth if that was to happen. Thoughts on Derby's problems, says Hudson. I mean, I think the points deduction basically relegates them in many ways, doesn't it? But 15 minutes gone here, still 0-0 in all the Premier League games. End-to-end game, Liverpool versus Palace, says Advath. Yes, and if you could make one signing in January, who? Well, it's a CDM, isn't it? Mane looking lively for Liverpool. If you could... Yeah, I've done that one. Sean Dyche. I'll do a Sean Dyche impression if they go 1-0 up. But at the moment, you know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Man City are playing trash so far, says Jared. I've gone Man City to win 4-0 and Liverpool to win 3-0. So plenty of time for that to happen yet. But, you know, Ahmed says Ollie in forever and ever. Could be a United fan, could be a rival fan. It's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. Solihull Moors have played a ridiculous amount of home games this season. FIFA 22. Oh, I'm so excited about FIFA 22. I'm so excited about FIFA 22. People would say that's a bit sad, but great save by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. I want more of these. I want to hear more of these Crystal Palace saves. Because I don't know who it is on the back post, but cross came in from Liverpool, and on the back post someone's had a shot and he's palmed it out for a corner. So that's great news. Henderson it was, says Justin. Back post and a lovely, lovely save by the keeper. Why am I so bothered about the Palace keeper? Well, one, I don't want Liverpool to win because I'm a United fan, and two, he's my goalkeeper from Fantasy Premier League, and I'm on the way back. So it was Henderson on the back post, says Advath. Thank you very much. Interesting to see how Vieira does at Crystal Palace, really, won't it? I've got some. I tell you what, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. No, I'll tell you what I'm in the mood. Robbie Knox has sent me some beer from his brewery, Bin Day Brewing, and you can check that out on my Instagram story at Mark Goldbridge. So I've got a couple of those to drink later. 8 o'clock show on United Stand. Then I'm going to watch a film. United tomorrow. 3 o'clock games today. Autumnal days are coming. Love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah, this is what it's all about, football. Mark, what do you think of Portsmouth FC, says Nick Quinn? Not a lot, to be honest with you. Not a massive amount, but I don't even know what league you're in. Ignorant Bridge. Anyway, yeah, going back to FIFA 22, really excited about it. It will be on my Twitch channel at Goldbridge TV. Probably starting from as early as Wednesday. 1-0 to Watford. We've got a goal coming in. It's literally just come in. It's Ben Foster with a rocket from 50 yards out. Unbelievable volley from Ben Foster, the goalkeeper here. Absolute scenes. Absolute madness. It's a goal for Watford and it's Ben Foster who scored it. I'm taking a piss. It's not. I don't know who scored. It's just flashed up goal. But it's definitely a goal for Watford. Well, you say definite. It's Emmanuel Dennis who coolly beats the goalkeeper, cleverly sends a long ball forward, and it ends up with Dennis the Menace, making it 1-0 to Watford against Norwich at Carrow Road. So it's 1-0. 1-0 to Watford. It's not been disallowed. It's been given, and it's a goal to Watford. So the first goal of the Premier League 3 o'clock kickoffs. Zoxis says I got excited. It was Foster, imagine. But no, it's 1-0. What Premier League manager has the smelliest fart, says CJ. Come on. A little bit better. I'm being called a liar now. What do you think Lindelof transfer value is realistically, says Daniel Kirk. Lindelof, 25 mil. How would Ben Foster score a 50-yard screamer? That's why I added 50 yards. But it's 1-0 to Watford. First goal of the game. I'd love to see Liverpool drop points. I'd love to see Man City drop points today, but they're both at home against teams that you'd expect them to win if you're going to be in the top four. So, yeah. Let's have a quick look at my points today so far. I've got 1 point for the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, but he's made one save. How many saves do you need to make to get a bonus point? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. So 1-0 to Watford. Bromley have just gone 1-0 up against Barnet. Solihull Moors are winning 1-0 against Boreham Wood. That's the scores that matters. You have to make 3 saves. 5 saves for a bonus mark. Every 3 saves, apparently. Yeah, that's quite good. Zaha's just gone down in the box. There's a bit of moaning, but nothing's going to happen. It was Konate in the combination. But I think it's going to be a corner to Crystal Palace. And no penalty given. 3 saves for a point, says Ahmad. He should make 3 saves today. And Palace win the header, but they head it over the bar. Boreham Wood have just scored, apparently. I haven't had anything on my system. So, I don't believe you. 7,000 watching. 7,500 watching. Hey, smash a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. And then he said scrub up. I don't know whether you need a wash. But make sure you subscribe. Get involved with That's Football. Remember, everybody's welcome on this channel. Palace are doing well, you know. We're 200 subscribers away from 531,000, so please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. I'm definitely going to buy the Bruno shirt, says Lil J. Links in the video description for the United Stand merchandise if you want to get it. The chart show will be back for good now. Well, if it gets good views, it will be back for good. I mean, I don't know how many views it's had. If it's had 10,000, it's going in the bin, isn't it? But if it does average views, then it will be back. I think it's a good thing. I think it's unique, so I like it. What have we had? We've had 22 minutes. I love the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I really do. Lovely skill by McNeil. Collect hairstyle at United for me. It's Pogba, says Daniel Kirk, and still 1-0 there. Chesterfield have just scored against Yeovil, if you're interested in Chesterfield. How many points have I got in Fantasy Premier League? Probably 1. Cody played. 60k views on the chart show so far. Well, it'll be back next week then. I'm going to be a bit like a producer of a TV station. If it's getting the views, it can stay. If it doesn't, it gets kicked out. Pick one player from each traditional top 4 or 6 Premier League teams that would fit in with Burnley's game. Also, what do you think of Deitch signing an extension, says Genwell? Well, I think any player from the top 6 would fit in with Burnley's game, really, because it's not that hard to play. Where's Harry Hill today? Also, I really rate Ivan Toney, top 6 club target next season. Yeah, he'll be gone next season, Danny Palmer. You know what? Might be a little bit controversial here, but I think Brentford will still go down. So I think that he will definitely end up at a better club. Forrester 1-0 up with a James Garner assist, says Frank. Well done, Garner. There will be more driving with Goldbridge, Olaf. And I want to do a cooking with Goldbridge. I really do want to do a cooking with Goldbridge. And if anyone's got any good film recommendations for tonight, you know, I do listen to you. You know, I'm not one of them content creators who just does it for the views and everything. I actually learn a lot from you lot. So last week, somebody said Inside Man is a good film to watch, which I did watch with Clive Owen and Denzel Washington. I felt like I'd watched it before, but I couldn't really remember it that well. So I like a good thriller if anyone knows anything. I've seen the Schumacher documentary. It was very good. I've seen the Dark Right trilogy. Still no goals at the moment coming in the Prem, apart from that Watford goal. Ben Foster screamer. If you know, you know. I've seen The Irishman as well, and Gone Girl. Seen Prisoners. It was on the other day. Up the Palace mark, says Connor. Palace are looking good, says James. It's a very equal game at the moment. Certainly Liverpool in this first 25 minutes haven't exerted their authority on a game that you would have thought that they would have done. It's been quite equal. My score prediction was a 3-0 win for Liverpool, so I'm wrong at the moment. Inception. The Ritual, says Palash. Seven. The Departed. Tenet. I haven't watched Tenet, you know. Can I just say this? I'll say it anyway. Who's excited about FIFA 22? I'm very excited about FIFA 22. Not a film, but have you seen The Boys TV show? No, it's on Amazon Prime though, isn't it, Callum? Thanks for the super chats. You can do that through the $sign if you so wish. Haven't watched Fight Club in years, you know. Why was Craig on here yesterday? He's been on before. Benteke, and it's gone for a corner again. Palace are making things happen. They're making things happen. I think it's going to be another corner here. How do you think Konate's settling in, everybody? What are your thoughts on Konate so far? Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Revenant's a great film. I always watch it at Christmas just because it's snowy. That's my sort of feeling on that. Bing, 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 drink, 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 bing. Seven or Prisoners, very good, Alex. Tell you what, Palace are giving as good as they can get. Trent's damaged my fancy Premier League, says Cheltenham. But Palace back with the ball. Yeah, I need to ask you all a question about FIFA 22 in a minute. Sorry if you don't like gaming, but I have to ask the question. I just have to ask the question. And therefore I will. I've seen No Country for Old Men, Joe. Very good film yet. No goals apart from Watford at the moment. Crystal Palace are doing well. Sorry, James. I didn't see it. I was probably looking down. Let's have a look what's going on here. Oh, it's 2-0 Solihull Moors! Oh, it's 2-0 Solihull Moors! Get in! The lads are up and running. The lads are up and running. It's going on again. Get in. 2-0. Let me just put this tweet out. It'll do well. Two-0 up against Boreham in the mud. I mean, yes, it's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. This is the team we're following this year. I'm going to be doing my Football Manager career as them as well. So, see! See! Still 1-0 to Watford against Norwich, but 0-0 in all the other games. Surprisingly, Man City 0-0 with Southampton at the moment. Liverpool are being given a test by Crystal Palace. And Arsenal Burnley, I don't know whether anyone's got that on, but who's your favourite director? Kubrick for me, says Chad Carter. Liverpool versus Palace is a very open game, says Himanshu. It is, and it's an exciting one as well. But Solihull Moors leading 2-0 against Boreham Wood. This would be a massive win if the Moors can get it. Neb says he's at the Moors now. They should be chanting Goldbridge. We've got a goal coming in at Arsenal. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. Goal coming in. I can tell you the scorer. Anthony Taylor hasn't scored. He's the ref. We've had a couple of yellow cards, but it's 1-0 Arsenal. The updater is just about to tell me. Ding, 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 ding. Definitely 1-0 to Arsenal. I don't know the scorer. Does anyone know the scorer yet? Zayn Miasi does. He says goal. Ex Machina is very good, says Hudson. It's Odegaard with the goal for Arsenal. And it's 1-0 to Arsenal. I told you, I think that team looks like it's a decent team. Anyone who gets the assist? Please, I tell you what, I have got Smith Rowe in my team. It's an Odegaard free kick. There you go. It's not even directly from play. And poor old Arsenal. Poor old Burnley. They just can't get any luck. 21 Bridges on Prime. Cop thriller with Chadwick Boseman. Also directed by my father, says Daniel Kirk. I'll give it a right. But Arsenal take the lead. I predicted Arsenal would win today. What did Craig go with in against Arsenal? He's gone 2-0. I've gone 2-1. He's probably going to get that right. I've seen Carlito's way, yeah. It's alright. There's some good films on Amazon Prime at the moment that are free on Amazon. You should get Amazon Prime anyway, because if you get Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel for free. You get a free gaming subscription each month with Amazon Prime. But there's some bloody good films on Amazon Prime at the moment as well. Departed's on there. Heat's on there. The Town's on there. That's 3 bloody good films straight away. Liverpool had a couple of block shots here. Fabinho's blocked. Cleared away. Haven't seen Raging Bull in years. Liverpool starting to just up the pressure a little bit here, but we are 33 minutes in. You would have expected a little bit more. I've watched Man on Fire as well. Snowpiercer and Parasite and Shutter Island, says Narish. Mystic River's a good film. Not seen it for years. Liverpool have got a corner here. Solihull Moors are 2-0 up. Palace have cleared the corner. Ford versus Ferrari is a very good film. I enjoyed that. Christian Bale's very good. Derby are 1-0 up. Stoker in the mud, says Matthew McFadden. And whose style of play did you prefer, Van Hal or Jose, says Matthew Everson. Yeah, probably just about Van Hal, really. Although it wasn't great. It's another corner to Liverpool. Salah's been a bit quiet, says Advath Warrior. He is my captain today. Enemy of the state. I've seen that a few times, Rod. So that's Will Smith, isn't it? But very happy that Solihull Moors are 2-0 up here. Very happy. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, get involved. We've got an eye on all the 3 o'clock kickoffs. And Palace are a bit under pressure here. It's another corner to Liverpool. Mane with a shot. Deflected wide. Temis Bennett says Solihull Moors 2-0 up. Make sure you give Solihull Moors Twitter account a follow as well, by the way. We're trying to get their socials up this year. I'd love them to get up. It'd be very hard to get up, but I'd love them to get promoted. But yeah, they're the sort of second... Well, they're my local team, but if you want a second team this year, follow the journey. We'll be doing some content with them between now and Christmas and some really good stuff towards the end of the season as well. And Football Manager will be Solihull Moors. when it comes out. Watch out for Tomiyasu at Arsenal, says Shin. He's an absolute baller who will shine in the Premier League. Sorry. Who hasn't seen Goodfellas, says KB7. Oh, we've got a goal coming in at Norwich. It's 1-1. Norwich have scored. 1-1. Norwich have scored. Equaliser. It's Ed Woodward. The Equaliser. God, that's an oldie. You'd have to get that. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, great movie, solid cast. It's a very good film path. Very, very good indeed. And it is 1-1 for Norwich. It's Pookie. The Poundland Harry Kane. Something's going on at Anfield as well, but I'm just Pookie. Pookie scores. £20 super chat tomorrow if you watch my suggestion tonight, says Daniel Kirk. 21 Bridges. A lot of people might be watching that now, Daniel Kirk. Oh, Solihull Moors have conceded. They have. Boreham would have got one back. Boo. Get in a bin. That's not good. That's not good. Liverpool with a chance to put a cross in. No, Smith Rowe didn't get the assist. It was a Saka assist in the Arsenal game, if you're interested in that. And the Norwich points have gone to Pookie and Dennis, with assists from Firmino and Norman. That's how it's looking at the moment. In the Liverpool game, Gator's made 2 saves. Alisson's made none. Although Alisson did make... How's that not a save for Alisson in the first couple of minutes where it nearly went in? He's got no points, Alisson. No saves. Interesting. So 1-1 Norwich and Watford. Still 0-0 in Liverpool and Palace. 1-0 to Arsenal at Burnley. He's selected a good team today as well. Arteta. It's the first time I've looked at an Arsenal team in a long time and gone, that's actually not a bad side. Liverpool are starting to... what a save! Crystal Palace! Somebody's had a header at the keeper, and I think then Mane's put it over the bar. He's made it. That'll be his 3rd save for Gator. Cross came in. Jota heads it. Point blank range. Great save by the keeper, and then a follow-up. No, follow-up by Jota. Underground Railroad is a great show on Amazon. I think it was Thiago with the header. Gator was a great save. Advath says Gator on fire. It's a good save from the header, and then it drops to Jota, who should score, and Timo Jota misses. Should be 1-0. It's got to be worth the tweet. But Gator is my goalkeeper. He's man of the match so far. He's having a good game. Still 0-0. I mean, look, we're forgetting that Man City are playing. Obviously, Arsenal 1-0 up. Liverpool, Palace, lots going on, but still 0-0. Norwich and Watford have had a goal apiece, but it's the Man City Southampton game that's a bit intriguing at the moment. I'm sure both Liverpool and Man City will find ways of winning this game, but if I was to tell you the stats at the moment in the Man City Southampton game, only 4 shots on target. 4 shots, none on target from Man City. None on target from Southampton, 58% possession. But City not quite at the races at the moment. Hi Mark, haven't sent any super chats in a while. Just wanted to say thank you for all the content you do. Congratulations on 200,000 subscribers on your channel. Thanks for the super chats coming in, by the way. Thanks for supporting the channel. Appreciate that. And it's you can do that through the $ if you want. City are the new Wolves. I'd like to see them drop some points. That's what I'd like to see them do. (2-1) to Solihull Moors at the moment. City will find a way of winning, says Pep. Funny enough, Pep Guardiola. Yeah, I'm sure they will do. I think Liverpool will find a way of winning as well. But to be honest, if either of them drop points, I'd be very happy. Henderson has just been booked. Skull says, why haven't Liverpool scored yet? I'm about to lose 2k. Well, this is what I mean. Gamble responsibly. If you're going to have a bet on the football, you know, I haven't had a bet on the football in a very long time, but I do. I did used to like having a good accumulator, but you shouldn't be betting what you can't afford. Hey Mark, big fan here. You prats. I'm struggling artist. Would love a shout out. Says Abella. Shout out to Abella. And as an international sex symbol, what is your opinion on equal pay for women's football? Says Gibran. I love conversations that are just going to send me into trouble. Where's my spade to start digging? Look, my daughter plays women's football, and I really, really think it's on the up. I think the quality is getting better and better. But the adage I would use, if that's the quiet word, is that should a doctor be paid the same as a footballer? Yes, because a doctor saves lives. But the reason a professional male footballer gets paid hundreds of thousands of pounds a week is because sponsors, fans and everything else chuck loads of money into male football. Therefore, female footballers should not get paid the same as male football unless they can generate the same money. And when they generate the same money, they'll get the same money. And that's the answer. And people might not like that answer, but that is the answer. That's the reason cricketers don't get paid the same as footballers, or athletes don't get paid as much as footballers. So it's the money. That's what it is. You know, a nurse should get paid more than a Premier League footballer, but no one's paying to watch that nurse unless she's got an OnlyFans. And she might not be a real nurse. We've got a goal for Liverpool. It's flashed up on my screen and I can hear it now. And it's come from a corner. And I think it's Mane. And I think it's Salah with the assist. It came in from a corner. And it's 1-0 to Liverpool. They've broken the deadlock as we predicted they would. Corner came in. Mo Salah with the header. I think it might be another save from Gator. But it's there for Salah for Mane to tap it in. It's 1-0 to Liverpool. And it is. It is. It's another. I mean, Gator's had a fantastic game. Salah with the header. Gator with the save. So Salah heads it. Gator saves it, palms it away, but Mane's there to whack it into an empty net. It's 1-0 to Liverpool, and but Gator's had a fantastic game. It's a Salah miss, it's not an assist. They sometimes do go down as assists, though. They sometimes do go down as assists. I don't know what the rules are, but they sometimes go down as assists. If you shoot and then the keeper saves it and it's followed in, it sometimes does go down as an assist. But it's not technically it's not an assist because the keeper saved it first. But look, I think Palace have done very well this half, but that's what happens against these teams at the top. I'm sure as a United fan and as a Chelsea fan, you're going to want to see Liverpool or City drop points today, but they'll find a way. I think it will be an assist on Fantasy Premier League, by the way, for Mo Salah. I'm just going to confirm it now, but it's not an assist unless you play Fantasy Premier League. But in Fantasy Premier League, it is an assist for Mo Salah, I can confirm. Gator has made 4 saves, so he's got a bonus point as well. But Mo Salah has got the assist for the Mane goal. So if you've captained Salah, you have got points for that as well. So it's 1-0 for Liverpool. Salah gets the assist right before half time. Right on half time. Grimsby's just scored against Stockport, if you care. Wrexham are beating Dagenham and Redbridge. So, City not winning yet. Palace have been solid, says Fernie. They have. They've done well, Palace, and I think that they can cause problems for Liverpool, but they'll be disappointed to be going in 1-0 down. They've just got to you've got to keep your heads in a game like this. But this is why Liverpool and Chelsea and obviously Man City and hopefully United are going to be in title races this season, because they've got that momentum to be able to get these results when, you know, Palace have given them a game. They've given them a game. Do I think Newcastle will get relegated, says JMC? I think so much of it depends on injuries, really. I mean, Callum Wilson's out at the moment. He's a very important player for them. We're 40 subscribers away from 531,000, by the way. So please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the chat on That's Football. Everybody is welcome. We're just about to hit half-time in most of these games, but they're all still running at the moment. Why are you taking down the Mark Goldbridge memes YouTube channel? The lad is good, says Liverpool fan. Well, to be honest with you, it's half time in Liverpool Palace. To be honest with you, the comment was a joke. But secondly of all, you can't just start channels up off somebody else's content, you know. You can't just take somebody's content and start putting adverts up and making money off it. That's not right. So I might have a look at it, but they might want to get in contact with me first and tell me exactly what they're doing with our content. Because there's loads of people doing it, and I don't mind people doing it, but my only thing is manners. I was brought up with manners, and people should ask. I'm not doing it, so maybe that person can do it, but ask. Don't just go and do it, because that's a bit rude. So I was joking about taking it down anyway, but I think the person who runs it should have the manners to get in contact with me first and start asking to do it. That's all. You know, the Premier League is not going to let him start putting up goals, is it? So, simple as that. But I was only joking. I wasn't going to take it down anyway. But you've made me think about it now. 0-0. Man City still playing against Southampton. But it's half-time in the rest of the games. And more importantly, it's still 2-1 to Solihull Moors. Right, let's get into the chat at half-time. 0-0. Manchester City. I can take that out now. Don't have to listen to that. Man City are 0-0. At home to Southampton. Liverpool leading 1-0. Salah with the assist if you've got Premier League. Fancy Premier League, but not really an assist. He had a shot, keeper saved it, and Mane scored. 1-1 between Norwich and Watford. And Arsenal winning at Burnley 1-0. So, and somebody just say, can you tell us what the stats are in the Arsenal game at the moment? So, Arsenal against Burnley. It was a free kick from Odegaard. Saka got the assist. I presume he got fouled. Statistically speaking, 59% possession for Arsenal. They've both had one shot on target each. It's been quite an equal game in relation to shots on target. So, look, Arsenal not out of the woods yet, but they are winning. And Burnley struggling to score goals as ever, even with the front two of Wooden Barnes. So, make sure you subscribe, by the way. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Mark, it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Sadio Mane with the goal. Yep, I've got that on the screen there. And do you think Ollie's going to win a trophy with Manchester United? If you're asking me a question, which you are, yes, I do. I do think he'll win a trophy. Do I think it'll be the trophy I want it to be? We'll have to wait and see. But I do think they'll win a trophy, yes. Look, as I said, that Arsenal team, Ramsdale's in goal. Leno's been dropped. The new player at right back, I can't pronounce his name. White, Gabriel, Cherney, Partey, Pepe, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang. For the first time in a long time, that Arsenal team... Look, is it better than Chelsea? No. Is it better than United? No. Is it better than Liverpool? No. Is it better than Man City? No. But is it a good team on paper? For the first time in a long time, I look at that Arsenal team and go, that's not a bad Arsenal side. So, I said last week their season started on September the 11th against Norwich. And, it could be 2 from 2 for Arsenal. It's a shame everyone else started in August. But, that would be a very good win for Arsenal. And I think do they play Spurs next? I think Arsenal play Spurs next, or maybe they've definitely got it. They've definitely got Spurs coming up. But of course, the thing about Arsenal is that they're playing Wimbledon on Wednesday, then they've got Spurs next Sunday. So yeah, it's there's lots going on in relation to Arsenal. But they've got 2 difficult games after that. The trouble with Arsenal at the moment is the same as Spurs. There's never any, have you noticed this? When a team becomes not what they meant to be. So Arsenal used to be a top 4 club. They're now not a top 4 club. I could be harsh and say they're a club that comes 8th, but they're not a top 4 club. So when I look at Arsenal's fixtures, I'd fancy them to win at Burnley. I'd fancy them to beat Brighton. I'd fancy them to beat Villa. But when I look at Arsenal's fixtures now, after today, if they beat Burnley, they play Spurs. And I'm like, I don't know. Looking forward to that as a watch along because I just don't know. Then they go away to Brighton and I go, you know what? Decent Arsenal side. 5 years ago, I expect them to win. Now, I really don't know. Then they're at home to Palace. Again, 5 years ago, I'd expect them to win. Now, I just don't know. Then they're at home to Villa. Again, now, I just don't know. Then they're away to Leicester. So, I think Arsenal's problem is it's finding that consistency when they fell off. But look, if they can win today, their team doesn't look that bad. And it could be a good result if they were to beat Burnley. So let's wait and see. Have we got a goal just at half time? No, it's 0-0 Man City and Southampton. So that's where we are. Still 0-0 in that one. Thanks everyone who's doing their super chats, by the way. Have you ever watched Looking for Eric? My granddad is in that. His stage name is Ben Tracy. And without being biased, it is a good film for you to try. Says Travis. Thank you very much. And Mark, do you feel there is a genuine change from the United board? Debt is down 70 million, still a long way to go before they get my trust. Well, I think, you've hit the nail on the head. You've hit the nail on the head with that, definitely. Does Arsenal have a better midfield than Manchester United? Well, I don't know about that. Advath says, could City drop points, Mark? Well, no, Arsenal haven't got a better midfield than Manchester United. They've got a better number 6, and his name is Thomas Partey, and we maybe should have tried to get him ourselves. But we've got Pogba, Bruno. We've got. They haven't got a better midfield. They've got a better number 6 potentially. How are you today? Says, hey, I'm very good. Really enjoying the stream. So please smash a like on the video and share the video. You can click the share button and you can share it on Twitter and Facebook. I'd appreciate that. If anyone's a United fan and they like the t-shirt or they like... Actually, let me just show you. Let me show you. I've got this to show you for a reason. If anyone likes this or you like this... It's our hoodie, which you can also get in a t-shirt. This is being given away, not this one, it'll be a brand new one, this is mine. But we're giving away one of these on the United Stand at 8 o'clock today. Links in the video description to check out our merch. Buying a winning 6-0. And thanks everyone who's doing the super chats, by the way. You are legends. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. You can do that through the $sign. And make sure you subscribe. We're only 50 away from 531,000. So thank you very much for getting involved. Who scored for Liverpool, Mark? Mane scored. So what happened is corner came in. Mo Salah headed it towards the goal. Gaeta palmed it away. And Mane tapped it in. That's not an assist. An assist is Salah passes it to Mane and he scores. But in Fantasy Premier League, if you play that like I do, that is counted as an assist for Salah. So Salah's got an assist. The good thing about the Arsenal team is that the majority is under 25 years old, says Carl Jan. Yeah, look, Arteta, you know what? A massive part of me wants Arteta to stay in the job for a very long time because it will just mug off all these Arsenal fans who didn't back him, who will have to go, oh, he's got better. He's got better. He hasn't got fucking better. I've watched Arsenal play a lot of games. For some reason, they're always on the telly, so I watch Arsenal a lot. I don't think Arteta's got better if he starts winning games. I just think that of course he's got better because you're not losing and you're winning, but I don't think anything's changed in the way that he plays football. I think that the players are starting to play for him. He's starting to find the team that works for him. And I don't think... So yeah, look, to be honest with you, they have got better. I've sort of put my foot in it in a sense. But what I mean is that you could see what he was trying to do, but they didn't want to give him the patience because they think they should be challenging for titles. Hi Mark, thoughts on Brentford going down to 10 men, keeping a clean sheet and getting the win? They still look dangerous. I still think they'll go down, Carter, but I think give them a massive amount of credit. Massive amount of credit. It was fantastic. I'm not doing Villa Everton today, Vigna. No, I'm off down the pub for a couple of pints, so I won't be doing that. But I will be doing 8 o'clock show on the United stand. I chose to do 3 o'clock. If Craig had been around, he probably would have done it, but he couldn't do it, so we're not going to do that. I'll tell you what I am going to do next week, though. You might get a bit excited about this. I do like my boxing. I've never done watch-alongs for boxing before, but I do like boxing. I've been getting up in the early hours for ages. That's because I've got a weak bladder. But in relation to boxing, I do love the boxing. And next week, Joshua fight, I'm going to do a watch-along. And the week after, is it the week after Fury? I'm going to do a watch-along. So I just don't know where I'm going to do it yet. I don't know whether to do it on Goldbridge TV on Twitch or on a YouTube channel. The trouble is, that's football. It's not boxing, but we could do it on here. We could do it here. Do you think our strikers don't get enough service because Bruno takes 5 shots every game? Well, he doesn't, Nitin, because we don't have that many shots on goal. We didn't have any shots on goal against Young Boys, apart from the ones that Ronaldo got. So you're talking out your ass. You're talking out your big hairy ass. I don't know whether it is hairy. That's the rumour. Twitch, to be honest, I think most blokes probably are. Unless you shave, in which way... I just couldn't do that. You've got to expose yourself to do it, haven't you? I just couldn't do that. And the pain. Bring water to your eyes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the AJ fight next week. And actually, it's at a good time. Good time. I think I'll probably do it on YouTube, yeah. Yeah. Because it'll be a one-off. So we'll probably... I think I'll do it on this channel. We'll call it That's Boxing. So looking forward to it. You could do it on your Going for Goldbridge channel. I don't want any watch-alongs or anything like that. That's very lifestyle. We'll do it on here. Thoughts on Konate? Yeah, what's everyone's thoughts on Konate? Second halves. Can Man City get held to a draw? I tell you what, that would make my Saturday. If that was to happen, I would be over the moon if they did. But yes, next Saturday night. Slow Sports News, Jim White, next Saturday night. Mark Goldbridge, Watchalong, AJ, boxing, yellow tie, Audi. It's all going on. And I'm definitely going to do Fury versus Wilder because I've just been looking forward to that so much. I love Tyson Fury is just a boxer that I used to like. You know what it is? I've watched boxing a lot. I don't pretend to be massively technical into my boxing. I just like boxing. But he reminds me a bit of... I used to like Carl Froch. And I'm not saying that Fury's like that, but it's that sort of slower sort of style. And I like it. Power, that's what it is. Can you remember when Froch knocked out the... I think he was a West Ham fan. Groves. Right at the end. Fucking dropped him. Absolute great punch. Let's hope Southampton win. Mark, Ollie said a substitute needs at least 20 minutes to have a good impact, but doesn't make subs until the 80th minutes himself, says Nitton. And Tyson Fury had a match on a WA show. What a man, says Matthew Fadian. And let me just get rid of that person there. Thank you. Graves is a Chelsea fan. Konate's looking fire, says Pawan. Let me just get the timer ready for the second half. We're up and running in the second half, by the way. Well, that's what it's saying on my live scores. So let's get ready to rumble. There we go. Kanate hasn't put a foot wrong. It says Advath Warrior. There you go. Yeah, people are laughing at my name pronunciation. The chat needs to let them know. I don't have to explain it. Sue will explain it to you, or Robin, or Manuel Noir. Get them to email you about it. But Solihull Moors are winning 2-1. I'm a bit worried about that. From 2-0 to 2-1, it's a bit the momentum will be with Boreham Wood, but 0-0 in the Man City game. Let's see what happens in the second half there. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please subscribe. We're 50 subscribers away from... You know what? I've said second half's kicked off. It hasn't. I'm looking at bloody live. The system I use for updated scores is flashing away live. It's not kicked off at all. We've not kicked off. So apologies for that. It's still saying half time. Are you a Tory? No. I think that I don't really do politics anyway, so but my background is definitely working class, so just shows you, doesn't it? People know absolutely nothing about you and judge you, and I don't like that. I don't like people judging your politics because, you know, my background is very, very different to what people assume it is. I haven't been to university. Oh, everyone goes, oh, he's a Tory uni boy. I've never been to university, from a working class background, so swivel on it, you judgmental, stereotypical classists or pratists. Right, we are about to kick off now. Tonight on Love Island. Watch along for the Shallows movie. No. Working class people can get into uni too, yeah. And we're up and running in the second half. So, no changes, no changes. Everything is as is. Can Palace get back into it? Are you attracted to Hoovers, says Josh. I tell you what, you've caught me out there. I do have I just love hoovering. I love a powerful hoover. I don't know why. I don't know whether anyone else is like me. There's nothing as satisfying as hoovering. It's a bit like playing on Old Trafford or the Emirates. You know, like a pristine football pitch. That's what I feel like after I've hoovered the living room. Yeah, I love it. I do love it. But we're up and running in all the Premier League 3 o'clock games here, and let's see what we'll definitely get goals in the second half. Let's see what happens. Can Palace keep doing what they're doing? I think if Liverpool were to get another one, that's probably game over for Palace. But Tottenham versus Chelsea, says Cian. My score prediction, I think, was 2-0 to Chelsea. Yeah. Another save for Gator. He's clocking them up. I told you, he won't be getting the clean sheet, but he's gonna get a few points for saves. Boom! It's 3-1 to Solihull Moors. They've gone back in front right at the start of the second half. Advertising space, breathing space. It's a goal for Solihull Moors. We've got it. Yeah, baby. We've got it. I've not put the timer on as well. The timer's on. There you go. Solihull. Solihull. I tell you what, there's a tweet in that. There's a tweet in that. Swoo! Solihull. 3-1 up. Lovely. The clock is not working. It is. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Chill out. Mark, you should do a driving with Goldbridge, Sean Dyche. He's actually really funny in a lot of interviews. Mate, the football, right? Who asked me that? The football gurus, right? Most footballers and people in the Premier League wouldn't get out of bed for less than 10 grand. So it's all, you know, love to have them on, but not paying them 10 grand. I'm the star of driving with Goldbridge. I ain't paying people thousands of pounds to sit in a car and be driven by me. Who do you think they are? The bloody Queen? All right, Seb. Salah's the GOAT, says Seema. I thought that meant there's been a goal, but there hasn't. Have you ever been asked to do a video with the sidemen, and would you do it in the future, says Daniel Kirk? I would, and I haven't. That's a nice, easy super chat to answer. Thank you very much. Do you really like it? Do you really like it? Well, loving it, loving it, loving it. Well, loving it like that. Toby likes you to do a video with him. It's very hard to do video. I am going to go on the Mini Minter podcast, Ben. Definitely going to go on that. Is he a side? He is a sideman, isn't he, Mini Mentor? I always get him mixed up with Cal Freezy, and I'm like, I don't want to say it publicly because it comes across as rude, and I just realised I just have. He is, yeah. I want to do a cooking with Goldbridge. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, to be honest. Cameron Stocks says, how do you get a That's Football top? I'll find out for you, mate. I'll probably we gave a couple away before. Blood Diamond's a very good film, JB. Ah, that's what I was going to ask you. So this is what I want to know. This is what I want to know, right? It's only for gamers, but I'm sorry about this. FIFA 22 is coming out very soon. I'm very excited about it. My career mode will definitely be United as a first career mode. I will also be doing Ultimate Team and Pro Clubs. Now, career mode, it doesn't matter. I will do it on PS5. That's absolutely fine. But when it comes to Pro Clubs and it comes to Ultimate Team, should I do it on PS5 or should I do it on PS4, considering the servers might be quiet on a PS5 and most people will be on PS4? So what do you do? Do you have to play two things on two separate things? Or are people going to play it on PS5? I mean, how Pro Clubs and Ultimate Team will be quiet, won't it, on PS5? Because not many people have got it and you can't do cross-play. This is something that's keeping me awake at night. Buying a 7-0 up. What a surprise. PS4 version on PS5, says Amis. Yeah, that is that is an option, but it's a bit of a pain having to load up too. Harry said, me and my mates had PS5 last year and it weren't quiet. You should use PS4 for non-Ultimate Team modes, says Luke. What, even Pro Clubs? can't wait to do United on FIFA. Yeah, Ronaldo, defo. Well, Lewis says that PS5 players can play with PS4 players. I don't know that they can. Somebody said that you can't cross-play on pro clubs. Ryan says he'd recommend PS5 for everything. Yeah, career mode for United is going to be quite simple because I'm going to turn transfers off in the first summer, but as soon as it gets to Christmas, I'm buying a DM. I hear from Ricky all the time, James. He was messaging me this morning. In fact, he told me a stat that I couldn't actually believe. Let me read this out. This is an exclusive from Ricky, and I'm sure he won't mind me reading it out. So, I couldn't believe this was actually true. Wolves are about to play Brentford. The 4 teams we've played in the league so far have played 18 games. So this is This is Wolves, Southampton, Leeds and Newcastle. So the 4 teams of Leeds, Southampton, Wolves and Newcastle have played 18 games accumulatively and have won 1 between them. The only win between the lot of them was Wolves at Watford. And it could be 1 in 20 because Wolves obviously lost, and if Southampton lose as well. So out of the 4 Premier League teams that United have played so far, they've only won 1 out of their last 20 games altogether. But that's not United. On the other hand, that's not United's fault. It's not United's fault, is it? You can't pick and choose who your opening fixtures are against. It just means, are we going to struggle against teams that are better? Abdul says he's been playing pro clubs with his friends on PS4 and he's got a PS5. I'll just do it on PS5 then. You should be winning a quadruple with that team on FIFA now, says Yen. Yeah, standards are going to be high. Arsenal are 1-0 up against Burnley. We've had 9 minutes of the second half. Liverpool are 1-0 up against Palace. Man City are 0-0 with Southampton, and Norwich are 1-1 with Watford. Brentford won 2-0 at Wolves on the lunchtime kickoff. Fantastic result for them. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're getting close to 531,000. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. We are doing Liverpool versus Chelsea tomorrow afternoon as well. Not Liverpool versus Chelsea. That would be hideous if they had to play 2 games in 2 days. It's Chelsea against Spurs tomorrow. And I'll be doing United stand, obviously, for West Ham. Traven's back. I'm alright, mate. Championship scores. Sheffield United won 3-1 at lunchtime. Derby are beating Bournemouth 2-1, but they're beating Stoke 2-0. Bournemouth are beating Cardiff 1-0. Fulham are losing to Reading, which is interesting because they've been flying high. Luton are smashing Swansea 3-0. Middlesbrough are beating Blackpool 1-0. Millwall are currently drawing with Coventry. Peterborough are beating Birmingham 3-0. And Forest are beating Huddersfield 2-0. The bounce back of not having a manager. Forest had a terrible run. They sacked their manager. And now he's happy. The team's happy. And winning. Away from home. Sonny Moore's winning 3-1. Thanks for the super chat, Nick P. Mark, get Drawty to make some limited edition United stand graphic NFTs, the logo spinning for instance, and list them on the OpenSea platform for sale. You'll make a fortune in sales worth a go, says Nick P. You can download PS4 and 5 version of the game on your PS5, says Andreas. Yeah, but you know, Nick, if we did that, we would probably wouldn't be able to use it on the United stand, would we? Because somebody would own it. 8-0 to Bayern, says Liam. I fancy Bruno to score tomorrow. And Ronaldo. Himanshu says that Man City have just had their first shot on target. Genie's got Ronaldo captained. Might not be a bad idea at this stage, considering most people have gone with Salah as captain. I certainly did. And whilst he's got an assist, I think most people were thinking they'd make hay today with Salah. Jose has triple captained Ronaldo. Not sure that's a great idea, but could be. I would have waited for that one for a home game. Half an hour to go. City will find a way to beat Southampton. I'm not even getting excited. Mark, which one do you think is harder to repeat by a Premier League club? Invincible or the treble? Says Lewell. I think the hardest thing to do is the treble. But I think Invincible is a mindset, because I think teams who want to win the league automatically know they can probably lose 2 games. So, you know, to be invincible, Arsenal got into that mindset that they wanted to be invincible. That's why they drew 12 games. Like, you've got to be invincible, you've got to have that in your head every single game. And Arsenal did that, and they did it very well in 2004. But I think the invincible thing's an achievement, but I think the treble is way more important and harder. Doesn't work like that. You're selling copies of it. For example, you can list 20 of them as a limited run, the same way as artists do limited run of their original prints, as Nick P. I don't even understand why people buy NFTs. I know what they are. I understand exactly what it is all about, but I don't understand why people would buy them. I certainly won't. I saw that somebody bought a tweet, the first ever tweet, and the NBA are selling off, like, not goals, points that, like, LeBron has scored and stuff like that. Like I was talking about it on the United stand this morning, you could sell that assist by Bruno in the week. But Mark, do you know Daniel James is the 5th transfer in United history in the last decade where there was a profit? Says Milo. Thanks for the super chat, Milo. Mark, what's your favourite Manic Street Preachers song? Ooh, good one. Motorcycle Emptiness. I do like Australia as well, and Kevin Carter. Mark, I'm a pilot based in Cheshire and a big United fan. Do you fancy filming an episode of Flying with Goldbridge? Says Sam Dorban. Yes and no. I think it would make great content. I hate flying. I think we've got a penalty for Southampton. I think there is a penalty for Southampton. And red card for Kyle Walker. Give me a moment. Penalty to Southampton. There's a lot of debate going on. I'm just trying to change station here. See if I can get any more clarity on what it's all about. All I can hear is Ward-Prowse is about to take it. Pep's not happy. Does anybody in the chat know what the penalty was given for? Checking penalty on VAR. It's a straight red. Clear red, says Faye and Pravnash. He's still on the pitch at the moment. Last man. It's a last man tackle. There you go. They're saying Kyle Walker doesn't look too fussed. Well, he doesn't. He definitely doesn't get the ball. Mod, you can see Manchester Evening News article saying that Andres Pereira could be the answer to United's CDM problem. Surely it's not April the 1st already. Awful journalism. Bloody hell, that's terrible, Dan. Well, I don't know why the referee is now apparently going to check it, but what they're saying is it's a stonewall penalty. It's about whether he should get a red card. Thanks for subscribing, Katsu. Get in the chat, let us know. Pen but not a red. I think that's the thing. I think the red will be rescinded to a yellow. Southampton have got the penalty. A lot of people saying it shouldn't be a red. I'm not sure why. What? How the fucking hell in the world is that not a penalty? He doesn't touch the ball, does he? Why is it not a penalty? Oh my life. Well, I'll put a tweet out based on what's going on here. Well, I don't know. I'm absolutely stunned. I think that you can tell from the chat, everybody's stunned. Watford have scored anyway, but effectively, I thought people were talking about whether it should be whether it should have been a red card. People are saying he was falling over before contact was made, but it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. If Kyle Walker's not touched the ball and he's hit the player, that's a foul. Like if he's on the... Roy Keane got sent off years ago. The ball was nowhere near the goalkeeper and he trod on him. That's a foul, isn't it? Like, you're telling me it's not a penalty because he was already going down, but Kyle Walker's clearly physically contacted him without touching the ball. So, I mean, this has got to be... it's got to be a change in the rules because Kyle Walker has definitely made contact with the Southampton player. But I suppose it's the change in the rule. Change in the rule, isn't it? I'm so surprised at Brentford. Should I be, says Red Baron. They're doing very, very well. But City will go and win it now. But it was falling before the contact happened. But as I've just said, the contact happened and he hasn't touched the ball, so it's still a foul. Why does it matter if he's falling first? Like, why would that even matter? As I said, Roy Keane got sent off years ago for running over a goalkeeper. The ball had gone. Like, why is there a time delay in a reckless tackle? Like, Kyle Walker's gone to tackle him, not got the ball and fouled the player. The fact that the player's going down already, still a bloody foul. I'm confused. I'm very confused. The red's been revoked because it's not a penalty, but I am confused. I don't really understand what's gone on here. Some people are saying that the Southampton player was going down already, but Kyle Walker clearly tackles him and doesn't get the ball. So how is that not still a foul? I'm absolutely stunned. And Twitter is full of it. I'm just tweeting it here. It's a mad rule. I cannot understand it. I think what people are saying is that it's not a red card and it's not a penalty because the player was already going down. But so basically, the only explanation I can give you on this. Okay, all right, okay. So the only explanation I can give you on this is because the player was already. So basically, Southampton player's in the box. Kyle Walker's running alongside him. Southampton player is already stumbling to the ground. Kyle Walker goes to tackle the player, doesn't get the ball and fouls the player. But because the player was already heading towards the ground, it can't be a penalty. But so does that mean that Kyle Walker could have slapped him in the face and it wouldn't be a penalty because he was already going... Well, that would be an assault. But so basically you can foul a player in the box, not get the ball, but as long as they were already going down anyway, it's not a penalty. It's a mad rule. You know, that's what I'm trying to get my head around. All right, he might have been going down, but if you foul him on his way down, it's still a foul. I don't get it, and I'm not disputing the rule. The rule is obviously there. They've checked it on VAR. That is the rule, but Ballon says that's what it means, and I'm like. Look, if you're a Man City fan, you're going to go, oh, bitter, taste my tears, all this crap. Yeah, I understand that. I get that. I'd say it as a United fan. It's cool, red-tinted glasses, or in this case, blue-tinted glasses. But if that's against you as a Man City fan, you're going to be in the rest of the world as us. We've got a penalty for Burnley, but it might not be given because he might have fouled him, and it's not a penalty. So we've got a penalty for Burnley here. Let's wait and find out whether that one gets given. I'm not 100% sure if we have got a penalty for Burnley. There is some talk of one. It's not updated on my screen, so I don't think it is a penalty for Burnley. But I'll update you with that. But effectively, we've had one of the most controversial decisions I think we've had of the season so far. Watford are winning 2-1, by the way. We missed that one. But I don't think it is a penalty for Burnley. I think that they're saying that... or it might be a penalty for Burnley. They're going to review it. Ramsdale stuck his foot out. Player went round him. Sarr scored for Watford. So we have got a penalty for Burnley. It's not updating on my system, but... I think it's a back pass to Ramsdale. The Burnley player gets in front of him. It's whether there is any contact of the ball from Ramsdale as he's gone through. It's one of those where he's knocked it past the goalkeeper and gone down. Again, the referee is going to check the screen. Sean Dyche can't believe it. I think Ramsdale might get the ball. That's what they're saying. No penalty. Dyche can't believe it. So we're going to get a bit of controversy, I think, today. We're going to get a little bit of controversy today. No penalty to Burnley. I think there was always a feeling that Ramsdale had touched the ball. And obviously the TV cameras and on VAR have said no penalty. Shembo says that Ramsdale got the ball. Why do refs have to check a screen when they have a team of VAR specialists in the back room checking these fouls with higher details, says Red Baron. Well, look, I'm not going to go to town on the Burnley penalty, whether it should have been a penalty or not. Arsenal live on, but I think the biggest disgrace I will never understand. And Ricardo says it as well. I cannot believe that's not a penalty against Kyle Walker. For clarity on this situation, Southampton player in the box. He's stumbling. He's on his way down. Kyle Walker tackles him, gets none of the ball and takes him down. That's no longer a penalty, people, because he was already going down. Don't understand it. Alisson's made a big save for Liverpool there. Half a chance. Well, I say half a chance, but good chance. So Burnley are pushing late. City are pulling late. Jeannie says Walker doesn't tackle him though. Mate, I think you might want to have that conversation with the rest of the chat. Joke that's apparently Kyle Walker doesn't make any contact on Southampton player and doesn't genuinely go for the ball. I don't know what that's all about, but I don't think that's correct. Confirm in the chat. Do you think Kyle Walker didn't try to tackle him? Joke that Southampton loses a penalty. I have one City fan and he does not see any foul. I think that one's crazy, says Ronnie. And Martin Richard says he's on his way down because Walker pushes him in the back. Officially, it's not a penalty because even though Kyle Walker tackles him and fouls him, he was already on his way down. So, still got 20 minutes for City to get the late winner we all know they're going to get, by the way. We all know it's going to happen. Solihull Moors are winning 3-1 still. Should be another win in the bag there. Big, big win. Liverpool still 1-0 up. Their game has been less controversial. Watford looking at a very good win against Norwich, who are clearly going to get sent straight back down to the Championship. If they can't beat teams like Watford at home, who've been promoted with them, it's going to be a problem. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, by the way. Well, we've had controversy, haven't we, as ever? So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, get involved with That's Football. Everybody's welcome on here. We are going to be doing Chelsea versus Spurs tomorrow afternoon as well, and I'll be doing United West Ham on the United stand. We've got to win tomorrow. Got to win today. Got to win tomorrow. But you know, it's been one of those games. City are going to get a late winner. Arsenal will hang on, and Liverpool will get the win. And you know, in fairness to Palace, and in fairness to Southampton, and in fairness to Burnley, they've all been very competitive. But, you know, Mario says 100% Norwich getting relegated. I predicted Norwich, Palace and Brentford to go down. At the moment, not Palace, Watford. I don't know about the Arsenal one. They were just saying that it looked like Ramsdale did get a bit of the ball. Otherwise, it would have been a stonewall penalty. It's one of them where the Burnley player has gone past him, so it would have been a penalty. Norwich are a yo-yo club, Connor, yes. I can't live with the fact that I am down to Arsenal, bloody Arsenal, says Sean Dyche. I can't live with this. I'm going to get Wood and Barnes on that ref. Do I think City won't win? No. This is not the sort of game that City are going to drop points in this season. Oh, my back's hurting today. 8 o'clock on the United stand, yep. And we're going to be giving away one of these hoodies. So make sure you tune in at 8 o'clock. Looking forward to it. And do check out the chart show. It's back. It's back. The chart show is back. And the chart show has had 71,000 viewers so far. 71,000 views. If it gets 100,000 views, I'll do it again. Yeah, if you want to get any United Stand merch, links in the video description for that. 3 teams that are going to go down, Ali. I'm still going to stick with Brentford and Watford and Norwich, obviously. Remember, kids, if you want to win the penalty, don't be falling over when you're tackled, says Gavin Blake. Yeah, I'm still not sure why that's not a penalty. It's a funny old one. We've got a goal for Liverpool, by the way, and it is Mo Salah. So if you've got Mo Salah as your captain, Mo Salah has just scored for Liverpool again from a corner. So captaining Salah is probably not a bad idea. He's got his top off. 2-0. It's another second ball in the box. And I think Van Dijk got the assist, says Man Surama. A few people are saying Van Dijk got the assist. But he's been booked as well, so you lose a point for that. Why has he took his bloody top off, you twat? I hate having Liverpool players anyway. But if I'm going to have Liverpool players, don't take your bloody top off and lose me a point. That's 2 points I lose now. Van Dijk assists, says Genie. Thanks, pal. So what have we got? 10 minutes to go. Liverpool lead 2-0. It's over for Palace. That'll be it. Don't take your shirt off as well. I mean, it didn't even say... It wasn't a worldie, was it? Was it a worldie? Why are you taking your shirt off? Hey, Mark, loving the content. I hope you're having a good afternoon, says Joshua. Yeah, I'm loving doing the 3 o'clocks, actually, because you can just keep... so many football matches you can keep an eye on, and Solihull Moors winning 3-1's a big result as well. Very happy with that. I'm just waiting for the Man City late winner. People say I'm doing reverse psychology. Well, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but do you really expect City to drop points today? They should be dropping points. They should be down to... Well, I don't really understand why Kyle Walker was going to get a red card, because it didn't sound like he was the last man, but it should have been a penalty. It might have saved it. Change the score. Sorry. City are getting dominated in the last 5, apparently, says Yadig. Well, it's the last 10. Ahmed says City are being woeful. You're all setting this up for something that's not going to happen. A Southampton winner. The Moors stand. Well, there's a goal coming in at Watford, and I think it's another goal for Watford. Pretty much think that there is a goal coming in here for Watford. Let's have a look. There's something going on at Watford. Is it a Ben Foster banger? Says Mohammed. It's not 1-0 to City at all. Don't worry about that. Because I've got probably the most up-to-date system that puts up goal flashes you can get. So don't worry about fake scores and idiots. There's something going on. I don't know what's going on at Watford. There's something going on. But no, it's not happening. I think there was going to be something going on. It's still 2-1. Wrexham are still winning as well. It's a VAR at Watford. It's a VAR at Watford. That's what's going on. Goal disallowed. Controversy and anger as Sarr has a goal ruled out, incredibly, for offside. There we go. Oh no, it's given. It's been given now. They've ruled it out for VAR and now it's been given. I don't know. You'd have to be watching that game to know what's happened. It is a goal. It is a goal. 3-1. So Sarr's got 2 goals there. If anyone's got Sarr. Exciting. There'll be a goal in one of these games late at the end. Either the Burnley game or the City game, there's going to be a goal. VAR's on a madness today, says Faye. Josh King got the assist, says Jeannie. How am I doing on my fantasy Premier League? At the moment, I've only got 8 points. No, I've got 11 points. I've got 2 from Gator, because he's made a save, and got Mo Salah with 8. So I need to update that actually. I've got more than that. They've not updated my points. I've got 26 points. Bloody cheating bastards. I've got 26 points because Salah's got 20 points, Smith Rowe's got 3, and Gator's got 3. Bonus points, obviously. Van Dijk's getting the bonus points at the moment. Van Dijk, Salah, and Alisson. So, it's because he's getting a clean sheet, isn't he? That's why. "86 minutes. Robert Fletcher's got 59 points. Well done, Robert Fletcher. I've still got loads of players to come. That's my get out. But I'm starting to do a little bit better now anyway. I've built a team I'm happy with. Good win for Liverpool, says Tony. Well, you'd expect to win that. I'd expect United to beat Palace at home. So it is a good 3 points because I think Palace started off quite well. But Liverpool would expect to win that. But Man City would expect to... I predicted Man City would win 4-0. They're going to have to go some to win 4-0 with 3 minutes to go. I still think City will find a winner, but... I did predict Liverpool to win 3-0, so I could still be right about that. Stretch out the back. Be a good win for Arsenal though if they get it. Walker didn't get sent off, Cato, no. Arsenal need the win. Definitely they need the win. They've got Spurs coming up next. And then I think they've got Brighton and Palace. So Arsenal, I mean, look, Arsenal starting from 9 points behind everybody else. So, yeah, they do need the win. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Wrexham score. They were winning 1-0. And they are winning 1-0. 83 minutes. Dagenham and Redbridge, they're 1-0 up. Solihull Moors are winning 3-1. City are pushing for the winner. It's been quite an open game. Man United fan page says, how is it not a penalty to Southampton? We'll never know. I mean, look, effectively, I did put a tweet out asking people. And effectively, it's to do with the changes. I've just tweeted it out. Just check the replies. I think that will give you some clarity. Liverpool have made it 3-0. No, Palace have scored, I think. We're just waiting for that to come through. It's a Liverpool goal. There is a goal for Liverpool. I can tell you it is a goal for Liverpool. And it's Keita. Back of the net. City pushing hard. And we have got a goal for Man City as well. It's offside. I think it's offside. VAR check on this. Loads of people saying offside. City had scored, Raheem Sterling, but I think it's going to be offside. So many people are saying offside. I think it is offside. There has something that I have got something saying that City, something's happening at City, but they're saying miles offside from a cross from De Bruyne. Just trying to find out who got you the assist on the Liverpool goal as well. And it will be offside. 100%. City's goal is offside. No assist for the Keita goal. So I don't know what happened on it, but no assist on the Keita goal. Two, 3-1 there. 5 minutes added on in the City game. Bloody hell, they're doing their best. They're doing their best. It's confirmed offside. Well, interesting point here. Premier League. League table at the moment. Liverpool would go top with 13 points. Man City would be on 10 points if they drew. So it would be a 3-point gap between Liverpool and City if it stays like this. Of course, if City find the winner, they'd be 1 point behind. Apparently they're still taking a long time on this Man City goal, but it's offside. It is offside. No goal for Burnley. Offside confirmed. Still 5 minutes to go. Still 3-1 to Solihull Moors, if you care. It's not an there is no assist for the Cater goal. There's not been given. There has not been an assist given for that one. So. Burnley have not scored. Liverpool have won 3-0. So we'll stop the clock on that one. I'm not doing an Everton watch along Warzone. No, I'm off down the pub. So I will do an 8 o'clock on the United stand though. Still plenty of time in this City game. I wouldn't start counting your chickens yet. There is no Burnley goal. Don't worry if you're an Arsenal fan. You're looking you're looking like a good old points here. Tom Ince has scored for he's at Stoke, isn't he? I don't know what the score is in that game actually. Corner to Southampton. So it's all time. It's all time. Burnley. Big win for Arsenal if they can get it. It's not over yet. Southampton, I think, are going to not put the cross in. Goal kick to City. Still probably about 3 minutes to go. They're going past the 95th minute, but there was a long time taken on the VAR decision, so still a long way to go in this yet. It's not quite full time in the Burnley game. Ben Donahue, it's a shame. 5 minutes is up, but there's still time for City. Still going at Burnley as well. 5 minutes added on. Southampton have got the ball. And they've got a throw in. This is a major situation if Man City don't win this. It's a very, very good point for Manchester, for Southampton. It's a very good situation for Liverpool, for Chelsea. Burnley have lost. Arsenal have won. Well done to Arsenal. It's all over. So you don't have to worry about the fake scores anymore. But City are still going. 7 minutes added on. Well, into the 7th minutes have added on. It's not the end of the title race or anything like that for Manchester City, but they would look at it and go, it's not an expected points drop, is it? It's not expected that they would drop points here. Kyle Walker's going to launch a long throw. The ref's not blown up yet. I mean, the ref has added 2 minutes on top of the 5 minutes he was going to add. And it is full time now. It's all over. It's ended 0-0. Manchester City do not get the result. Man City do not get the result. And Southampton do. 0-0. It's all over. It's all over. And I think we can all say, get in the bin. Justice served. 0-0. I know you can retweet this one. Justice served. City don't win. Exactly. 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 It's 0-0 between Manchester City and Southampton, which means Liverpool go 3 points clear of Manchester City now. We're only 6 games in, but it's a gap. It's a gap, and it's an opportunity for Chelsea and Manchester United, if they win as well, to go 3 points clear of Manchester City themselves. Remember, Chelsea play Manchester City next Saturday lunchtime. I'm going to actually be keeping an eye on that whilst having to watch Man United Villa, because they're putting it off at the same time as well. But it's a massive win. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. But it's been another entertaining afternoon, and I would not have predicted that. I would not have seen Manchester City not winning that game. So fair play to Manchester City for dropping points at home to Southampton. I mean, look, I don't know whether it might not have felt like a home game. I don't know how many people turned up, but it's a big result for Southampton. Thoroughly deserved. I still think it should have been a penalty. I think they've been robbed in many ways. They might have won the game, but the justice is that City didn't go on and win it, because that was a really, really weird penalty decision. And I think I would watch that if you can on Match of the Day later and have your own thoughts on it. But I don't like the sound of that rule at all. He was already going down, so it can't be a penalty. It sounded a little bit weird. But look, the viewership of Liverpool game was 3 times that of Man City, says Aditya. Thanks for all the super chats today as well. We're not doing Everton Villa because I'm going to go down the pub and have a drink. That's what I feel like doing. But we will be back tomorrow on this channel with Chelsea versus Tottenham. Looking forward to that. And also I'll be doing United Stand with West Ham Manchester United. Massive opportunity for Chelsea. If they win tomorrow, 3 points ahead of City. If they can beat them next weekend, they could go 6 points ahead of City. So massive opportunity for Chelsea. Manchester United can also go 3 points and clear City tomorrow if they beat West Ham. So big opportunity to start opening up a gap on a team that I think many people feel is going to be the winner. Drunkbridge, we'll have to wait and see. I've got Robbie Knox's, if you check out my Instagram story as well, that very potent beer I've got to try out tonight as well. So 8 o'clock show should be interesting on the United Stand. See me in a bit. I'll see you at 8 o'clock on the United Stand. Thanks everyone for watching, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you soon. 3-1 to the Solihull Moors. They won, Russell. Back of the net. Good day. Not Australian.